also, and then we can like talk to each other in like a Discord or something about like what we read, or I can just read it and you guys can just like listen to it, and I can just do books, and then when we finish book we'll go into a different book kind of thing. Let me know if like that makes sense. I'm thinking Akatar because I really want to read Akatar, but we could also do like Twilight, something that like everybody's kind of read. Twilight, The Hunger Games, Mortal Instruments. What else did I write down? Like certain hunger. Like I'll leave a poll in my community section, and you guys can let me know what you would like to see, like that kind of thing. If you want to do it, I'm gonna move my Switchmail. I already put a little community post out a couple days ago asking if you guys liked the idea, and I got pretty good response. So I want to make sure that if you guys want that, we do it, because it seems like it'd be a really fun thing to do. And that video I would post like every, I don't know what day, but like once a week along with my weekly video. So you would get this one and then like one of me reading you guys either to sleep or read along or whatever you guys want to do with that video. So yes, let me know if you like that. Give me book recommendations. Yeah, I hope that you guys think that that's a cool idea, because I think it's a cool idea, but totally understand if you think I'm a loser, because like it'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, let's get into the am I the asshole? Okay, I'm trying to find like a really good one that's like that's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's T, and everybody's gonna be like, what? That's crazy that she did that. Okay, this one seems like it's gonna be worthwhile. Well, there's some iPad tapping, so you get a little bit of taps in there. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my future son-in-law to go back to the trailer park you came from? Now, let's read. My 32 female little brother Owen, 28 male, and his fiancée Ellie, 25 female, are not speaking to me and are on the verge of uninviting me from their upcoming wedding in August. This happened all the way back in December, but Ellie still holds a grudge and has brainwashed Owen from talking to me and other members of our family. He has become super distant since their relationship began too. It was about 9:30 p.m. on Christmas. My nephews were crying and rambunctious. My mom was getting flustered with the endless cooking. People were getting drunk and being loud, and my husband was extremely intoxicated and getting on my last nerve with his attitude and jealous. I just was at my wit's end. Ellie comes over to our table with a plate of dessert in her hands, obviously seeing that I'm flustered. Doesn't ask me, hey Natalie, I can see you're stressed. Do you need anything? And all she did the whole day was cook an appetizer, set a few plates, and take care of my brother who drank too much. Meanwhile, I was cooking, cleaning, and setting up with my mother since the morning. My brother is always late, and she doesn't encourage him to speed up or anything. She eats the dessert that I spent so much time cooking, doesn't say, nah, these pictures are amazing. So I said, hey, must be easy being a guest 3 years into knowing our family. Immediately, my brother comes in drunk trying to tell me off, and I explained why I was upset at her for just being unhelpful. Ellie rudely said, what are you talking about? I can't enjoy a holiday. Then I told her, you can enjoy it, but at least act like a member. She walked away from me, and I just snapped and said, you know what? I bet this was a lot better than holidays with your family from what Owen told me. You should go back to the trailer park next year, and you can lay around whenever. Girl. She does not actually live in a trailer. If she did, I feel like that would be rude. I just said that because I had a rough night and she rubbed me the wrong way. I implied that she was trashy just because of her upbringing. It's a really short one. Okay. I am a waitress and I work in a rather large restaurant. There was a big family of 12 there for lunch, and they had 5 kids. These kids had been running riot, screaming and yelling and playing what I think was tag. I was carrying a large tray of hot drinks when one of the kids goes whirring past me. The parents hadn't said anything at this point, even though their kids had been running around for the past 30 minutes. One of them had already started throwing a fit and trying to undress themselves. So as I was holding these drinks, I shouted at the kids and told them they needed to either sit down at their table and shut up, or stay outside where they can't get hurt by running into us with our hot drinks. I understand I could have been more polite, but there were about 100 people in the restaurant at this point, and they had nearly crashed into me with boiling pots of tea. The parents were livid, and the kids started crying. I told my manager that I was rude, and I got in a lot of trouble. I don't know. I don't think she's the asshole, because I used to work with children. I worked at Sky Zone, and those kids are annoying. Sorry. Those kids are annoying. Am I the asshole for not changing my wedding date? I, 31 female, am engaged to my fiance Nick, 33 male. We have been together just over 3 years and engaged for just over 2 years. Back content. Growing up, I was always like a mother to my 2 younger sisters, Erica 26 and Sammy 29. Their accomplishments were always recognized above my own by all my family members. Examples. I love how she has to split up into here's this info and this info and this info. Am I the asshole? Love that for her. Come on, organized queen. Sorry. Examples. When I got a promotion at work, Sammy also announced her promotion. When I was in labor with my second child, Sammy announced that she was in a new relationship with a guy that she was invited to the hospital where I was delivering my daughter. She announced, sorry, I feel like this is written weird. When I was in labor with my second child, Sammy announced that she was in a new relationship with a guy that she invited to the hospital where I was delivering with my daughter. Okay. When I was planning my second wedding, Sammy's now husband wanted to propose to her at my wedding. Oh, I'd kill myself. When Nick and I got engaged, Sammy announced another promotion at work. Right before Nick and I moved into our own place, Sammy announced that she was pregnant. My mom always praised Erica and Sammy for everything and was always much happier with them. I have 3 kids, 11, 8, and 2. Each time I announced my pregnancy, my mom had nothing nice to say. With my firstborn, my mom stopped talking to me for 6 months of my pregnancy. With my second, she told me I was making a mistake. With my third, she told me that adoption was always an option. That's crazy. But with Sammy, my mom has been crying tears of joy and is planning on taking time off work to be there for the delivery of the baby, which also leaves no childcare for my kids that she has offered to watch to save us money on daycare costs. She has been babysitting for 3 years. So now I'm planning my wedding for July of this year. We announced the date of the wedding, and in response, Erica told us that the date we picked was not available for us to get married. It's the same day that her and her BF of 9 years have been together. However, no one even knew when they got together. Also, my mom is saying it's not a good day because Sammy will be having her baby 2 weeks before my wedding. This date works perfect for Nick and I. We have expressed that we will not be changing the date, and with that we get the response of, well, if you do a courthouse wedding and then a reception at a later time, then we can celebrate it at a later date. Am I the asshole for deciding to put myself in what I want before everyone else and keeping my wedding date? I think that your mom's the asshole. I don't know. Wait, 3rd wedding. I don't know. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. I don't know. I don't know. You guys have to let me know in the comments with this one because it's kind of like I'd be pissed off. I'm sorry. I would actually hate my entire bloodline. Because no ma'am. I'm gonna use my stylus because I feel like that'll make some nice noises for you folks. Am I the asshole for giving my daughter a stuffed bear filled with human hair? Let's step into this. My 33 male wife, a 31 female, and I just had our daughter, our first child, 3 using it to make the toy represent the child's connection to its family history and is a tangible measure that shows the extended family will always support them. Okay, run-on sentence. In short, the stuffed animal is a way of connecting the new life to their new family. After my daughter was born, my mother spent a lot of time making a stuffed bear from scratch to fill with my childhood hair. Sorry, once again, my neighbors are like a pack of zoo animals. She just finished last week. Since my leave from work is just about over, I was excited to give my daughter the bear and share the tradition with my wife. I thought she would think it was sweet, but she blew up on me. Interesting, I wonder why. Instead of liking the bear, my wife said it was gross and disgusting and that she wouldn't have had it around her daughter. I told her that it's our daughter, not hers, that there's nothing disgusting about my family's tradition. She said it was unhygienic. I told her that it's not. The hair is clean and well preserved. We argued, and eventually she said that if I ever put that thing near her daughter, that she would throw it into the trash. I was shocked. This is something that represents decades of my mother's work and planning and generations of my family's history. I told my wife that she's so cruel and callous about something that means so much to me and my family, and she's not the person I thought she was. She just called my family's tradition weird and culty. I don't know what to do. I didn't think my wife was this kind of person. I told my mother about the fight, and now she's feuding with my wife too. My wife got our family involved before calling me some vulgar names. But am I really the asshole for wanting to give my special girl her special bear? I guess not. I get that, but it's also really weird. That's very, weird. Am I the asshole for making my girlfriend leave the country? I feel like just from reading that, I'm gonna get the vibe that you probably are going to be the asshole. Okay. This is my first time posting on Reddit, so forgive any errors or the format is weird. I also can't give too many details as my girlfriend and a lot of close friends are avid Redditors. That's something to flex about. Sorry, not me judging. Sorry. I, 28 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 27 female, for 5 years. We met in college where she was an international student. She started working after graduating while I am currently doing a master's. Her company was sponsoring her visa until they bought out and she got laid off. She was given a limited time to find a new employer to sponsor her a new visa, and it really stressed her out. She was applying to jobs every day and did a lot of interviews, but unfortunately wasn't able to get an offer. She really wanted to stay since she loves the place and I would still be here in the country. While I was out with a buddy, he suggested that I sponsor her visa since we have been in a relationship for quite some time. I love her and didn't want to see her stressed out, so I told her about the idea. She was hesitant at first. She said she didn't want me to think that she was with me so I could be her way to a permanent residence, citizenship to the country. I wanted her to stay and I wanted to do it. We consulted an immigration consultant and decided to do the paperwork on our own. She was the one who mostly looked into the stuff we needed to prepare. She still applied for jobs, but not as urgently as she used to. It took a while since we never really had anything joint. We lived together and just put the bills on our own. She had enough saved up to be okay for a while. I had filled out some paperwork to be her sponsor, and I felt uneasy about it. I did want her to stay, but it felt like it was too much. Eventually, she was done with her part, and all that was left was mine. I finally told her that I didn't want to go through with it. She was very upset and asked why. I suggested the idea because I didn't want to see her stressed out all the time, and that I eventually realized that I shouldn't have to be responsible for her. We had a long talk where I told her that I still want to be in a relationship with her, but I just don't want to be forced to be responsible for her. She said she felt very hurt by what I said. Things changed and she didn't really talk to me after. She kept applying for jobs and attending interviews, but eventually her visa expired. Before she left, I told her I love her and that I would really want her to come back. However, she told me that she sees me differently after the thing I told her. It has been a few weeks since she left. I missed her cooking, her presence, and being able to spend time with her. I still want a future with her. However, our close friends have been telling me that I was an asshole. I disagree and I think they are biased. So here I am asking what Reddit thinks. Am I the asshole? I don't know, bro. I think you might be the asshole. I think that you might be the asshole. Because, yeah, what? I don't think you're gonna be responsible for her because she's a full human being, but you also offered, well, I guess you would in like some certain backhand way, but you fully offering it to her and making her slow down her application process and then being like, you know what, never mind, that's not very cool, I fear. But hey, I just work here. Am I the asshole for making a dad joke? Note, my stepdaughter Madeline was about a year old when I married her mother Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was born. Madeline is grade 15. Well, Madeline is currently 15 and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're not my dad, I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that, but I understand that she didn't mean it, and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." This happened about 2 days ago, so our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry, I need food." I decided to be extremely cheeky and say, "Hi, hungry, I'm not your dad." My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly thought it was a funny joke, and my son agrees. Am I the asshole? like a tiny asshole. Am I the asshole for logging into my friend's email account and declining her university's offer of admission? Let's see what they have to say. There's no way. Okay. Please do not judge only after you've read everything. I promise you that there is much more to it than what the title says. Throw away because my friend knows my main Reddit account. Also, English is not my first language, so apologize to any grammar or spelling mistakes. Got it. I will refer to the country we initially planned to go to as country X and the country my friend might be going to as country Y. I may also consider editing this post later on to hide the other personal information to make it less obvious. It's me in case people I know see this post. Hope that's fine. Ever since I was a child, I always dreamed of studying abroad. We all know the benefits of studying abroad, and I am sure if I don't profit from this now, I will forever regret it later on. Luckily for me, my parents are financially stable and can afford sending me abroad in order to gain such an invaluable experience. However, there is one catch. That is, I must go with a friend of mine, as they won't send me there alone. I thought this wasn't a problem since I have been planning to go with my friend to country X. This month, things changed. My friend and I applied to 2 universities in different countries. One of them doesn't have a capita on the number of students it can accept, but the other one does. My friend got accepted to both of them, but I only did to one. Both of them are good universities, and objectively, one is not better than the other, but their education system does differ. When my friend got accepted to university in country Y, she told me that there is a possibility she will go there instead, as she has relatives there that will allow her to stay in their house without her having to pay rent. I was heartbroken by the news. How could she do this to me? She knows how much I want to study abroad and is well aware of the fact that my parents will not let me go alone. I told my parents about this, and they assured me that if there is no other person I can go with, then I will be studying there instead. I could not let this happen. Although she didn't say she's going to do it for sure yet, I need a definite answer, or else I'll keep being stressed out about it. My friend once told me her password on a game we play, and I tried it to see if she has the same password for her email, and it turns out she does. So I logged in and rejected her admissions offer and logged out, quick and easy. My friend still doesn't know about this, but she will soon. I told my parents about it to assure them that my friend will be going with me, but they got so upset on me and are now threatening me that they are going to call my friend's parents and tell them what I did. I begged them not to, but they are not listening. They want to do it in case she can still email the university. In the end, I told them to let me tell her instead, and they agreed to it, although I don't think I will. Now that you guys know why I did this, do you still think I'm the asshole here? What's my fault? What's my fault for being forced to go with a friend? There's an edit just explaining things more. And there's a second edit that says edit 2. Alright, I think 82 comments telling me you're the asshole are more than enough. Thank you for participating. I will log out now. That's funny. But like, how do you? I don't know. How do you need to ask? You know what I mean? Like, that one is kind of just like, hey, but you're gonna be an asshole, unfortunately. Maybe I'm the asshole. She's asking me about her grandparents with me, since respecting the elders is a big deal in Korean culture. Not just like a casual dip, but like a full-on 90-degree bow. Okay. I said I'd rather not, since I found it emasculating, and then I just don't bow to anyone. She said that it was in part into her culture, but I pointed out that she didn't bow to my grandparents or parents. Okay. I just think it's hypocritical to expect me to bow to her grandparents when she didn't bow to mine. Her grandparents aren't my superiors just because of their age. Why should I have to bow? She said it was just a one tiny thing, and I could do to earn their respect, but I said that if it was so tiny, it should be fine if I don't do it, and then I respect myself, and that's why I'm not going to bow. She was just gonna have to respect my decision. She thinks I'm an asshole for that. Am I the asshole? This is why I don't like American men. Because what are you saying? Yes, you're the asshole. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's a crazy question to ask. Hey guys, I'm blatantly disrespecting my girlfriend's culture, and I just feel like that's like right because I'm a man. Am I the asshole? Yeah, girl. Unfortunately. Am I the asshole for not thinking the joke my family played on my GF was a big deal? Now, getting embarrassed in front of your boyfriend's family, like, that's just, I'm not into that, but let's see if he wins me over. I, 25 male, have a girlfriend, 23 female, who is absolutely beautiful, but she does have a large facial scar. Okay, why did he say it like that? My family often jokes about it. They have a super dark sense of humor. It bothers my girlfriend, and she says it doesn't feel like a joke. It feels like she's being insulted under the pretense of it being dark humor, even though I explain it's just how they are, and they don't mean any harm. She doesn't really want to be around them. I told her it was really important to me to spend Christmas with my family. We would all quarantine first and test, but it was important to me. She resisted it at first, but after some urging from me, she gave in. She said I absolutely could not excuse their behavior if they made a rude comment about her, though. Valid. We got there and it was fine for a while. My mom and sister broke out their matching ugly sweaters. They had my girlfriend's face all over it. Wait, I'm gonna read that one more time in case you guys missed that, like I almost missed that. We got there and it was fine for a while. Then my mother and sister broke out in their matching ugly sweaters that had my girlfriend's face all over it. Dude, okay. They both laughed, saying my mom made them, screen printed, and that it was just a joke. My dad thought it was hilarious. I even chuckled a little bit because she's really beautiful, so it was ironic they put her on the ugly sweater. My girlfriend looked at me. When I said they were just being ironic, she shook her head, got up, and left. Didn't say anything to anyone, just took her car and left. Real. I called her several times. She didn't answer. The only text I received was, "You need to find your own way home." Period. That pissed me off, and I called her a couple more times. The whole time my mom is upset because it was just a joke and she didn't realize my girlfriend was going to overreact like that. Oh, please. I told her that a warning would have been nice, but my sister agreed it was just a joke and my girlfriend was being a baby about it. I had another fight with my girlfriend when I finally got home, and she said I was an asshole for putting her in that situation, and I said I didn't realize they were going to do that and that they were being ironic because she was beautiful. She said I let them treat her badly and was trying to make it all her fault when it was my family was actually acting badly. I said it was just a joke and that she was overreacting. She asked how it was supposed to be a joke. I said that it was their sense of humor. I said I was sorry and she was offended by the joke, but she ruined the whole day with her reaction. She said that no, them realizing she wasn't going to take their bullshit anymore ruined the day. We aren't speaking currently, but when a cousin called to wish me a Merry Christmas and asked how the day went, I mentioned what happened and he straight up called me an asshole for doing that to her. Yeah. I don't really think I've done anything though. I didn't know they were going to do that, and really, it was just a joke, and I think she's overreacting. Am I really the asshole here? I think your family is the biggest asshole ever. That is so uncool. That pissed me off. Ruined my night. It's amazing. Am I the asshole for giving away my girlfriend's cat? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay. impression that she would leave the cat with her parents, and she knew how much I didn't like them. Long story short, the cat came with her, and while I wasn't thrilled about it, I allowed it to stay under the conditions that it wouldn't sleep in our bed, it wouldn't sit on the furniture, and it wouldn't go into my office space. Yeah, because my cat's literally in the cabinet. She fought me over it, by the way. I tried to close the cabinet, and she like snaked into it really fast, and I said, okay, whatever. Sorry. Over the course of the last 2 years, I would come home from work with my girlfriend. I'd come home from work and my girlfriend would be chilling on the couch with the cat after I asked her not to. I'd get ready to climb into bed and there'd be cat hair on my sheets, so I know she let it into the bedroom. Not to mention, she has what I feel like is an unhealthy obsession with this thing. She's constantly talking to it and cooing at it like it's a person that drives me up a wall. For a while, I just slept in my office so I wouldn't have to deal with an itchy face and puffy eyeballs. With us being stuck at home now, it's even harder for me to have my own space. The straw that broke the camel's back was when I went to my office and found her cat sitting in the window. I've asked time and time again for her cat to stay out of my space, and I feel like she deliberately disrespects my wishes, so I found a walk-in surrender shelter today and dropped the cat off. I haven't told my girlfriend, and being that it's an indoor-outdoor cat, I hope she thinks it just ran away. I love my girlfriend, but her cat was legitimately our only source of conflict. I don't know. What do you guys think? I actually would kill him if he was my boyfriend. But at the same time, it's like, if he's allergic, why don't they just get eye pollen and a cat? Hey, I don't know. It's like, yeah, he's an asshole, but I guess they could have, like, done something about that before they got to that point. I think that's all of the assholes that we're going to gather for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope that you enjoyed. Once again, if you have anything you want to see me do, leave it in the comment section, and thank you so much for all the love on my most recent videos. Oh, also, thank you for 100 and 200 subscribers, because I hit 100 and then I hit 200 2 days later, which is insane. Thank you guys so much for everything, and I love you dearly. Okay,